everything's okay on your part?
I can.
Great.
Ishani,
I'm ready.
Nigam, welcome to Yellow Shelf. Thank you for being here.
Likewise, I'm very excited to be here, Joe. Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations. I feel like you're the seasoned professional here. Your podcast show is called My First Steps Ever. And you have been doing this an awfully long time. So I would love for you to share with the audience all about your show and anything we need to know.
Firstly, thank you so much for creating this platform. And I'm very excited that I'm able to share a little bit about my first step ever podcast. That you're right. It started around 5 years ago. While I was I was just finishing my master's, and I was introduced to podcasting. And I have always been very, very interested in any sort of audiovisual medium, even performance-oriented mediums on stage. And there came a time when I thought I wanted to utilize this to be able to, share something that I very deeply felt about. Because I think when a lot of people who kind of leave their comfort zone behind, which could be a city or even, the kind of a job that they want to do. They are always sort of, comparing themselves with others' journey. Look where they have reached. Look what they have done. And it's also because I was thinking, why does this happen? Is because when you sit down and when you read in news or you watch some news, you see that people only cover the stories when people have made it,
Yeah.
and you really don't come to know about the behind the scenes, how much effort, time, or what kind of circumstances have really made things possible for them. And I wanted to put this message out there that have conviction in your own story.
Mm.
And before that, you can only have that when you start believing in yourself. And that's a journey. So while I was in my last semester in University Melbourne, in Melbourne at that point in time, 2021, August, I guess, I was meeting a lot of people online. And I was just trying to understand, what their journey has been, local and also immigrants, everyone over there. And I understood that everyone has their own share of ups and downs. It's only if they, share in a very candid way, and that helps people understand that there's going to be many nights where you're going to cry. It's going to be
Yes.
challenging. You may not make it for the first time, second time, third time, even for the 10th time at times.
Yes.
But if you keep going on, there has to be some alignment that comes. And that will make things work towards the end, maybe better than what you have thought. So the first step ever is actually taking people behind the scenes of people who have created success, and success whatever looks like to each
Yes.
one of us. So if you have your definition of success and if you're working towards it, I think you are gonna like your journey. So this is what I always, thought when I was starting this podcast, is like the two pathways. One is which people tell you, oh, you should be doing this. And the other is that which, that voice, I want to do this, I want to do this. But we
Yes.
get scared because people say that, oh, it's unconventional. You don't know where it's going to land. This is more secure. But in both these paths, you will encounter a lot of challenges. You
Yep.
will be beating yourself up at times, and you would say that you're not good enough, it's not going to happen for you, you're just not cut out for this. But if you're going to make effort in both these paths, you're going to cry some nights in both these paths. Which one is worth doing it? That's
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah. And look, I mean, I think enough people listening know even about my journey coming from the corporate world into starting a creator business of Yellow Shelf. And yeah, like it's incredible and because I happily share, I have to overcome things all the time still, and I will continue to do that. And I think being transparent and kind in the sharing is really powerful. And that's what your podcast's all about.
Yes, I think I'm so happy to hear a bit about your journey as well.
Yeah. And look, tell us about anything we need to know. I think you touched on your time in Australia, studying, working in Australia. Tell us about you. I'd love to know.
Wow. I think that's a very, very difficult question for me to answer because every time I think of that, I'm in a phase of my life where I'm kind of rediscovering,
Mm.
reinventing, thinking about myself. But at this point in time, what I can say is I think I'm thinking a lot about probably, okay, I'm kind of person who loves to utilize my voice,
Yes.
uh, my expressive, uh, endeavors like through
Yeah.
acting or through public speaking, dancing, Bollywood dancing.
Yeah,
I
wow.
have been a Bollywood dancer. I like to use these. Thank you so much. Different platforms to just express, but with express something that can help people. Uh, sorry, that can help people. You know, find more meaning in themselves. So I like doing that. As a person, I would say I'm quite independent.
Yes.
I am adventurous, but I
Yeah.
think off late the adventure has been life.
Yeah. So far,
So
yeah.
my friends used to tell me I was this extroverted, oh, enthusiastic. I can see my extrovertness and enthusiasm all coming to this level because I think at times like you want to be just by yourself and understand what's the next thing, like what
Yes.
kind of person are you becoming or what kind of, situations that you have come across. So right now, I would say I'm quite perspective. I'm
Yes.
also sensitive. I like helping people. I like talking to anyone who wants to talk to. I have friends ranging from, ranging sounds bad. So age from 5 years to like 60 plus
Yeah.
years. So yeah, I like that. I think I like that.
Ah, and look, that generosity in you comes across when you're talking to your guests as a podcast host. I think it's really powerful that you're able to narrate and bring that out of your guests because you have an interesting array of guests. How do
Yeah.
you get these guests? Are they just in your network? Do you reach out to people?
Yes, very nice question. I would love to kind of share this because a lot of people have actually asked this. I began first connecting people through LinkedIn
Yeah.
before even I started um, podcast. So I realized that if I like someone over there, I'm going to just reach out to them.
Mm.
Though the worst thing that happens is that they just do not reply. They'll ghost.
Yeah. Yes.
I think now I've experienced with that. So it's okay,
Of
even if it
course.
goes.
Yeah.
So LinkedIn is one of the places. I go to a lot of networking events professionally, or even like if I would like to kind of, if something is interesting, I
Mm.
like to go and meet people. And if someone's story, I can see sort of a glimmer in that and I want to like share their story. So I just reach out to them. Besides there, I think there are many other platforms which I have personally not used.
Sure.
One was matchmaker.fm, which I used initially. I
Yes.
think some of them are now paid, kind
Yeah.
of a
Sure.
subscription based. If you like to meet kind of people you want on your platform. But for me, it is mostly my own proactiveness, kind
Yes.
of going out and searching the kind of people. One thing that you picked up very nicely is that I have different people coming from different industry.
Yes.
For every class is niche, my niche is actually the story
Yes.
of how they did not understand at the beginning, how did they discover that. So that's why I have my guest speakers from various industries. You see from CEOs to global speakers to stay-at-home moms who are
Yes.
turning entrepreneurs, youth leaders, everyone, and from every
Yeah.
country. Like I have the opportunity to interview people from around 20 plus countries now.
Mhm.
And I very proudly say six continents because I've not yet been able to interview someone from Antarctica yet.
Even me, that I'm the same. I'm the same. But
So,
we
yeah.
need to find people in
So, yeah,
Antarctica to interview, don't
that's
we?
been
Um, Ashani, I want to end our
definitely.
conversation by saying, you are, you're a really powerful podcaster. You are curious, but you also listen, and it's very clear in your episodes. So I recommend people listening or watching take a listen or a look. Um, Tell us if we're curious. You and I are connected on LinkedIn. I know you've got a YouTube platform. If someone's listening, wants to connect, point us in the right direction.
Are interested in the stories across the world, who are people like you and me, and who are, on their journey. So, my first ever podcast is a very real and raw
Yeah.
story that you can kind of, conversations that you can delve in. Spotify,
Yes.
obviously,
Yeah.
Apple Music,
Yeah.
sorry, Amazon Music and
Yes.
Apple podcast. And there's also I just keep kind of posting the same um, videos on my YouTube.
Yeah.
So there, I haven't really been kind of, doing much on YouTube. But if
That's
anyone
fine.
wants to
Yeah.
see podcasts, that actually
Yeah.
happened when Spotify did not have a video option.
Yes.
Now Spotify has.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's still there for audiences who like. So, My First Step Ever is the name of the YouTube channel. And I'll repeat that. My First Step Ever is the name of the YouTube channel. And obviously, to type on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon Music, it's My First Step Ever. And yes, you can reach out to me on at my first step ever underscore IN, my Insta. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Look, what I'll do, I'll put that in the show notes to make it easy for anyone listening anywhere in the world to connect with you and to check you out. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to keep tuning in. Well done with the podcast. Keep going. It's great.
Thank you so much, Joe. And for everyone who's listening to us today or watching us, I like to say that I think I just got to know a little bit more about what Joe is doing with her amazing book, Yellow Shelf community. And it's very interesting. What I know, it's going to be a really, really big encyclopedia of podcasts across the globe.
Yeah.
So anyone who's interested, definitely, definitely follow Yellow Shelf.
Yeah, thank you. So good. Have a wonderful, well, it's evening for you. So have a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining us.
Likewise, thank you.
Cheers.